All right. All right, guys. This is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax. We are back with Dark Souls 1. Just having gotten to Oolacile. And we are now... You know, we just beat Artorias. We're feeling pretty kick-ass. So before we go here, we're going to double back a little bit. Because there's somebody that we need to talk to. This person right here.
You, is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing?
So, this is a tough decision. I'm actually... The reason this is a tough decision is that we could use the Soul of Artorias to realistically make a cool weapon. But if we give them to her, we get cool weapons, but we can't really use them. You know what? We're being a good guy. Let's give her the soul.
Thank you. Please take. May the Lord.
So we got two really, really cool weapons. They're dexterity weapons. But the Dark Silver Tracer is it deals toxic, like a big time amount of toxic, and the Gold Tracer deals bleed. So how they're normally wielded is the silver tracer in the right hand and the Gold Tracer in the left. And I don't know if I'll be able to do the unique attacks because I don't meet the dexterity requirement for them. But I do want to show them off. So yeah, this does have unique attacks. And that's just with the left hand. With the right hand, it's standard. And the right hand heavy is this thrust. And that inflicts toxic. So you normally want to like follow up these big distracting attacks with boom, a thrust from the tracer. This Dark Silver Tracer actually has extremely good backstab potential. At 160 critical, I believe that's the highest in the game. Yeah, this has the highest backstab damage of any weapon in the game, I believe. So needless to say, this thing hits like a truck in the right circumstances. Not in all circumstances, but in the right ones. So this is the Lord's Blade Kieran. We could kill her to get that armor set. And we were kind of debating it, but there's another armor set that we want. I want to see what this guy has to say about us killing Artorias.
Oh, think of anything. Did you really slay Knight Artorias? I'd heard the Abyss found him first, but even still, that's absolutely treacherous. Yes, magnificently so.
So I believe he's heard of the legend of Artorias.
So long.
And is privy to the fact that Artorias is supposed to be the one to defeat the Abyss. And we just killed him, so now what? So I think that's what he means by treacherous. That he's privy to the legend and he understands that we've kind of altered the past. Or at least that's what he believes we've done. So I went ahead and hit this elevator. This is going to give us a bit of a shortcut so we don't have to run as far in case we wanted to go back. Probably should have activated this before fighting Artorias so we didn't have to constantly run back. But, you know, here we are, having learned nothing. As we are often wont to do. Is he privy to the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I'm not sure. I would assume no, because while he is from the future, that did happen a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So, I would assume that's a little bit outside of his wheelhouse. Indeed. Indeed. So we are in human form right now, and that is kind of noteworthy. That's going to come into play here shortly. So these are the corrupted corrupted inhabitants of Oolacile. They're not doing so hot. I think them dropping large Titanite shards is more of just a gameplay consideration, because by now you should most definitely have an upgraded weapon, or a heavily upgraded weapon. And that's their way of saying, if you don't, get one, because you're going to need it here. Alright, we can just two-shot these guys. They're not too bad, especially with the strength weapon. It's kind of interesting that, as somebody who plays primarily dexterity-based weapons, when I do playthroughs of this game, I'm finding that normally enemies that were a problem aren't, and enemies that were not a problem for dexterity weapons are kind of for strength weapons. So it's kind of it's definitely a different situation. I'm dying to stuff that I never would have before, and just absolutely trivializing some of the things that normally beat the shit out of me. It's pretty cool. So this right here, this lady is a mage, and she is obnoxious. So we want to bait out her buddy and murder him real quick, because having to deal with the two of them is a pain, to say the least. We can just kind of loop around her and backstab her. It's easy enough. Little trap right here. We can take care of that. So we should be encountering... Be wary of sniper. That's good advice. Where are you? We're going to bait this guy out. There he is, Marvelous Chester. This guy is such a tease, because he has some really cool moves that we might get to see if I don't just... Yeah, okay, so he's low enough on health. We're going to let him play around. He throws roses, and he has like these cool, like... He has like a sweeping kick that he might use. Yeah, that kick right there. He's just got... He's got a player model, and he's got all kinds of really cool moves. None of them are accessible in-game. You can get his weapon, his armor, and it does not matter. You cannot do the stuff that Marvelous Chester does. It's just a shame. Because it would be really cool to do, like, you know, to have that kind of playthrough, or throw roses to inflict bleed damage or something. So he's invaded us. He's attempted to take our lives. We beat the ever-loving shit out of this guy. Oh, hey. Somebody is looking to duel for dragon scales. Interesting. It is. It is. Marvelous Chester kind of goes down as, like, A lot of Dark Souls players think he's hinting at Bloodborne, and he very well might be. His outfit is very Bloodborne-esque. But it's kind of a shame that we can't do a lot of the cool moves he does.
Oh, you. You have quite some nerve. Or are you just thick? Fine then. What is it that you...
So he's not happy with us.
Believe it or not, Oolacile has brought the abyss upon itself, fooled by that toothy serpent. They
The toothy serpent.
of primeval man and incited him
Which is interesting because that's actually who we're working with, is a toothy serpent.
Ah, to you and I, it's all ancient history.
Again, he's citing
Does it really
he's citing that we're both from the future, from different time periods.
So, not that I can.
What did that giant mushroom make you do? It's almost like he's seen all of this. Okay, so
Seeing you, if you survive.
this guy, he already tried to kill us. We're gonna make sure he doesn't have anything to buy that we really need. Yeah, this guy tried to kill us, and you don't get away with that if you try for it. So we're just gonna smack this dude with our sword real quick.
It's all my fault. How very, very petty of you. Very petty indeed.
Let me heal up. This guy's no joke. Smacked him. Begs for mercy. We're getting his armor. You better believe we're wearing that stuff. So this armor's pretty good, but it's heavy. Chester's trousers. So the cool thing is, they make little to no noise. We'll see that here in a second. They're not amazing, to be honest, statistically, but we're going to wear them anyway. Leather gloves worn by Marvelous Chester, man of mystery lost in the past. Gloves have no distinguishing features, but are of extremely high quality. We're about that. Chester's long coat. So what's notable is that this long coat's not terrible, right? It's pretty similar, slightly worse than the gold hem stuff we were wearing earlier. So this is Chester's stuff without Chester's helmet. But obviously it's not complete until you take Chester's top hat into account. Which actually, the top hat is not terrible defensively. We're definitely going to be rocking like this for a while. This is a pretty cool set. And I like he's got little daggers on his thighs, like these little bolts down there. It's just a pretty cool set to run. Honestly, I like the Chester set. How close are we? We're at 24 pounds. We're pretty close to being able to wear this in fast roll, I believe. Let's do a little bit of leveling in our endurance, because our strength is at 40 if I recall correctly. It is. Let's put a few points in endurance and see what we can't do. Is that the one? Is that the point in endurance that does it? No, it is not. Alright, we're going to eat some souls. How many do we need? We need 20. We need 30k pretty much. So, as much as I like to hold on to boss souls, this soul does nothing for us. Quite literally nothing. So we're going to eat this one. No, for 12k. Easy. Oh, goodness. Well, we've been invaded, which is fine. This guy's clearly got a good build. S stock equals best stock. Though this is... Huh. Another cool little lag stab there. It's very nice of him. I appreciate him sharing his terrible internet with us. But that's okay. So in this game, PvP specific builds generally tend to have a bit of an advantage over non-PvP builds, and strength builds like this don't really have a lot of viability in PvP. You're going to find a lot of light, dexterous characters in PvP. So can't really compete in that regard, which is a bit of a shame, but it's another reason I also like running dexterity, is because those duels tend to be a bit more fun. Pretty much the only thing I could have done at that point was just baited a parry. But if you'll notice, his gear was really, really low level. So what that means to me is that his armor was probably maxed out, and he probably had a boatload of health. So he probably would have just been able to eat a riposte anyway. So you know, not a lot we can do there. We're going to save this soul of a hero. Not for any particular reason, story related, but there is a stack overlapping glitch that you can take advantage of to get functionally unlimited souls. If we utilize that for any reason, maybe in like New Game Plus to use some additional weaponry or something like that, we will be taking advantage of that glitch. And we're going to want a soul of a hero to duplicate. Do we have enough for... We really don't. Just 6 souls of the Proud Knight. Okay. We're going to hold on to our boss souls. So we don't have... It's actually not bad. The only thing that we wanted to be human for was the Chester invasion. We took care of that. We're wearing his gear. Let's see if we can fast roll just by switching to a lighter piece of equipment. I mean, this looks dumb, but no, it doesn't look like it. Shadow Mask is significantly lighter. Looks... So that's how close we are to fast rolling. Interesting. Okay, so 0.9, we gain, if we put on Chester's top hat, we gain like 1 unit. Let's see what these gloves weigh. So if we drop these to Painted Guardian gloves, okay, we're getting there. Actually, no, not yet, not yet. Wanderer boots are not bad. Black leather are... There we go. Bingo. And we're fast rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Are we able to put Chester's stuff back on? Because we actually lost a good chunk of weight in our boots. We are. So we can fast roll now. Neat. All we had to do was change our shoes. Ow. Goodness. So generally speaking, when you're doing a PvP build on this... Hey, we got an Estus back. On the subject of that invasion that we just had, your goal is generally, if you're doing an invasion build, you would want to do the minimum stats for your weapon and then just kind of max out health. And then just work that lag stab that I was telling you about. And that kind of seems to be the invasion strategy for Dark Souls 1. Because in Dark Souls 2 and 3 specifically, the net code was cleaned up quite a bit. So you're not going to get any like weird cheeky kills. You still might get some. I mean, Dark Souls PvP has always been a little bit jank, but it's always fun. Dark Souls 1, however, is particularly janky, and it really just kind of favors not... Like, if you're just playing the game casually, you're not going to survive an invasion, because the casual build is not going to hang with a PvP-focused build. Like, it would be very difficult for me to PvP with this build. Which, not a huge deal. Again, because we're not trying to PvP. We will be doing a little bit of that in Dark Souls 3, though. Because I already know I'm dual wielding in Dark Souls 3, and that's dexterity, and that means we can fight people. So, this is a dirty little trick. Because of the geography of the land, you can't see the chain. We did see a ghost just die there. But this is 100% a mimic. Got him. So these are... It's kind of funny what he drops, because this is hardly necessary. The only item that he gives you is the very good carving. What that does... We'll actually equip it, so that we can use it at a moment's notice.
Very good.
That's it. That's all it does. It says very good when you throw it on the ground. And other players can hear it. I mean, it's kind of a popular PvP trolling thing to very good the person after you kill them, something like that. Oh, goodness. Ma'am. Ma'am! I'll tell you what, she must not have known that we can fast roll. Big mistake. We actually might... Our defenses are okay. We're okay with leaving on the Ring of Steel protection right now. Because dark damage, or dark sorceries like the one she just shot at us, actually do physical damage. So we do want to have some physical protection. And honestly, this set is not amazing defensively. I just like it. I think it's pretty cool looking. And it's light. For its weight, it's really good. But again, if we have the capability of wearing heavier armor, it's almost always worth it to do so. As long as we're able to fast roll. Yeah, exactly. She learned today. For sure. Hopefully she told her friends, because there's a situation up here that I'm not excited about. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I can't jump this. Interesting. Alright, we're going to kill her real quick. Boom, boom. Deal with this guy first. We might switch to the Ring of the Evil Eye, just because we only have a few Estus. So we kind of want to maximize the efficiency of our healing. Especially if our shield is not 100% physical reduction. So getting that little bit of health after every kill is going to be pretty important. Because this is a decent sized area, and if we're going to explore the majority of it, then we're going to want to have some sustainability. So we don't want to fight those guys in that room with the caster. She's a problem, for sure. Okay. So right there's an interesting room. There's also, we're introduced to a new mechanic here. Need light. This is a developer message. I wonder how much this weighs. Hopefully not much. God damn it. We can't fast roll with it. We can now. Okay, so if you hold this up... Yep, if you produce light on the wall with anything, Skull Lantern included, it goes away. You've already been introduced to this mechanic. Or rather, you just became introduced to this mechanic. That's actually a developer message. Even if you're playing offline, it will let you know that, hey, produce light, and you'll be fine. And it's a pretty obvious secret. I mean, you can see it from here. You're ambushed by an enemy up there. Like, it makes it known that there's something up there. Also, this one is another pretty obvious one. Although I would go so far as to say this isn't a secret. Obviously, this fire tends to... So, this fire tends to draw your attention. So this guy was laughing and pointing at this chest. Which should be our first hint. Oh, excuse us. Sorry, sir. I'm just fighting this mimic, if you don't mind. Crest key. So we got a key. Always good to get one of those. Okay, so we're just going to keep exploring. Honestly, while I understand the overall layout of this area, the specific innards of each spot do tend to elude me. I don't explore this area nearly as much as I would like. Oh no, ma'am. I always just kind of speedrun this area. Mostly to get Chester's armor. Alright, so we're going to try a thing. And miss horribly. But that's okay. We have strength weapons. Dark Fog. This is a dark sorcery. Deals physical damage. Scales off your humanity. A lot of really interesting stuff there. Let me see which key this crest key opens. Enchanted, the door sealed with a powerful spell. Nothing too interesting there in the crest key. Okay, we're going to keep moving forward. As you can see, the further we go down, this city is 100% taken in by this corruption. I mean, there's just nothing... There's nothing left of it. Also, there is a shortcut right here. If you were in the market for one, this is a big time shortcut. Takes you right back up to the city where we were. So we're going to check on something really quickly. So if you recall, Imminent Dark Wraith, that's actually hilarious. This is a very popular invasion spot. It's funny that that would be the text there. I'm not sure if the crest key is the one that opens this one, to be 100% honest, or if we get a different key later. But we're going to try it. Because it might be. If you recall, in the last episode, we died to a black dragon named Calamite. Yep, the crest key. And he was flying, so there wasn't really a lot we could do against him, and he killed us. was that intended death that I talked about last time. So here is a guy who's really cool. His name is Hawkeye Goff, or Go, or however you pronounce it. Look at this bow. This man is an archer. And, noteworthy, he's got a helmet that covers up his eyes. He is blind, but he's an archer, and it's awesome. He's actually carving those little stones, the very good stones. So it is interesting that even Kieran, the girl we took his soul, and this guy, they both say we freed Artorias. They're both very positive about us literally killing their friend. It's pretty interesting how they do that, or how they talk about that. Live thy life as thou seest fit. Interesting bit of text there. Oh, we never leveled up our dex to 20 to use that great bow. Womp womp. That's okay. So, are we having problems with that black dragon? Hell yeah, we are. Interesting that he refers to Anor Londo as mighty now, when in our time period, Anor Londo has fallen and is all but an illusion. So, he is asking us, are we planning on fighting and killing Calamite? Obviously, our answer is yes. So Goff is going to show us how he hunts dragons in a just absolutely mind-numbing display of badassness. Also, what's interesting, when he moves, dust is coming off of him. This is a guy that has not gone anywhere in a while. Boom! Right in the wing. Dragon slaying, knighthood's highest calling. So sick. Goff is really cool. There is a bit of, if you look at his helmet, before we leave, and we're going to be back here, we're going to tell him when we kill Calamite. That dragon killed me once and gave me a very mean stare when I first arrived, so... Goff is... You'll notice the eye holes of his helmet are kind of packed with resin, or packed with something. There is a bit of speculation that maybe Goff isn't blind, that maybe he's been tricked, perhaps by Marvelous Chester, perhaps by somebody. I mean, he's placed in this area. I have no idea how he got in or out. So it's in all likelihood this was built around him. And he has somebody continually bringing him supplies to carve. And we've already seen felled trees. And we already know that, you know, he makes these carvings and he imbues them with his own voice. That's his voice saying that. So this guy has been basically neutered insofar as He's this incredibly skilled archer, incredibly destructive power. But he's been taken out of the fight. So maybe he wasn't needed. Maybe whoever it was that was fighting him, or maybe it was that, you know, they wanted him to, you know, believe he was blind for some reason. Not sure. But there's a distinct possibility that Goff is in fact not blind. But there is no he definitely believes he is blind. That's for sure. So we're going to head back. We are going to go for Calamite. This is an optional boss in the DLC. You can beat the DLC without beating Calamite. And honestly, usually I do. So I will most definitely be pretty rusty in this fight. So I'm going to get my death counter button ready, because I'm probably going to be using it. Come here, dogs. Again, these are those arch trees. Likely that Goff is using to carve his carvings and imbue his voice into them. Again, noteworthy that they're very obviously felled. These are not things that just, you know, fell down of natural causes or anything like that. These have obviously been cut down. So we might mess with our equipment a bit. Ring of Steel Protection. He does mostly physical damage. Well, actually, no, we're fine. We're totally fine. There's gonna be some fire damage in there, I think. But I think we should be okay. Calamite should be down here prowling around. Alright, so again, been a hot little minute since I've done this fight. So I will almost definitely be rusty. So you'll have to give me the benefit of the doubt here. See that lame wing on our right, his left? It is out of commission. So he's got... That's probably his most... I don't know. It's one of his most dangerous attacks. So, I know that there is a lunging attack that he has that's... Because we're going to go for this tail cut. Ow. Man, that hurt badly. So that's generally when you want to punish him, when he does that straight-on fire breath. You can also get in a small attack here. Generally, his breath attacks are when you want to counter him. Ow, I caught a second attack there. Ow, man, he kept that going for a while. That's alright. That's alright. We observed him a little bit. We did not anticipate getting the kill, so we're okay. We did a little bit of research. Did a little bit of observation. I kind of want to see, do we have Oolacile Sanctuary? Do we have 10 Estus there? If we have 10 Estus there, we'll start this fight from there. We do. So we're going to actually come from here. Now that we have that shortcut, we can start the fight from here. We're just doing another fun run through the Royal Wood. Looking for our shortcut. There it is. Oh God. Get on the thing. We're going to put that back up. Alright, so we're going to fight Calamite with 9. We're going to fight Calamite with 9 Estus. That's okay, though. It's better than 5. We do need to make a point to send that back up every time. Just so that we don't run into a situation like that where we need to wait for that dragon to leave us, or the giant to leave us alone. Oh, network connection's been lost. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure why this game does not like it when I am streaming and playing at the same time. That probably contributes a lot to just about every PvP death I've had, or most PvP deaths I've had, that have looked like somebody has teleported behind me and backstabbed me. But I do have pretty fast internet. I'm wondering if this game's just not very efficient in that regard. Oh, come on now. This is why I don't use strength weapons very often. They're pretty unwieldy at times. The damage is very nice, but sometimes I'd almost rather just be able to hit something. Alright, so we're going to kind of get in the middle, get into a good position. If we have time, we'll grab our souls. If not, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. So, we're going for this tail cut on Calamite. And it's particularly difficult to get for a number of reasons. Oh, shit. He did clip me with that. And we're gone. I apologize so much about that noise. I apologize so much about that noise. I have no clue why they decided that was the noise they should use for that effect, or for that attack. But yeah, I sincerely apologize. That's the worst. I don't think there's a single person in the Souls community that thinks that that terrible squeak is the sound they should have used. On my end, I have the volume. You're triggered. On my end, I have the volume turned way down for this fight specifically. Just because that noise is terrible. I will try my best not to get hit by that attack again. Alright, so good sign going in with 10 Estus. We're already ahead. Alright. Going in with 9 Estus. Breaking even. It's a good feeling. My strategy for dogs is generally just to kind of lock onto them and walk backwards. Wait till they jump and land in front of you. And then hit them with an attack. It's not the best strategy, but I don't really know if there is very many good strategies for dogs. Yeah. They attack so fast and they're so nimble, like it's just really difficult to get a beat on them. Going in with 8 Estus. We're a little bit behind, but I'm confident in us. I will say the one nice thing about this Calamine fight... I know, I just need to find the... I feel like we could kill him. I just need to find the attack that I want to punish to get the tail cut. That's really kind of where I'm at right now, is that I'd much rather lose the fight than miss the tail cut. Give me that. Oh, goodness. From downtown. Range on that's not amazing, so if we're not close, it might be better. Ow. Range on that's pretty good, though. That is the attack that's the grab. Oh no. So that's the attack we're looking for. Sometimes when he flies, he drops his tail. And that's what we're looking for him to do. Oh, that's the straight shot. Good lord. This guy hasn't given us a single attack where we can cut his tail yet. He's being a big-time asshole. It's almost like he doesn't want us to cut his tail off. Okay, cool. This is notoriously one of the harder tail cuts to get in the game. If not, probably the hardest. Ow. So, I want to get it, but I'm also not going to spend the whole time, like, wasting everybody's evening going for it if it's just not happening. And right now, it's just not happening. Jesus. That's the attack. I got a tail hit. That's the attack we want to do. When he dives in, he has a tail slam. That's the only attack that you can hit his tail during. That's it. Of his entire moveset, there's one attack where you can get his tail. And it's an attack that he doesn't always throw. The worst. Yep. He did the dodge, or he did the dive, but he didn't do the tail slam. Calamite. Dive at me. Oh, dang it. Not that one. The big slow one. Oh, God. I'm just going to say it. I don't like strength weapons. They're so slow. Like, that's that window. I just didn't get to play. And I'm out of Estes. Nope, you just get one. That's okay though, one's better than none. And that's what I've been getting. Let's go, Obsidian Greatsword. Hell yes. That's so exciting. He's pissed. I chopped his dumb tail off. Alright, so now we can actually, I say we can actually play, but he doesn't give us tons of opportunities to play anyway. Oh, no, he clipped the wall. That's fine. We'll take that death. We have an Obsidian Greatsword to show for it. 100% we'll take that death. That's 100% worth. So this is a cool little weapon. Requires 16 dexterity. No, but it's got really good base attack. Really good base attack. Let's use some souls we don't plan on using and just whip this thing out. Because we only need one more dex. So we're not going to be using the Soul of Gwendolyn. That makes us a bow. While I whip this thing out. We're not going to be using the Soul of Quelaag because that makes really good dex weapons, which we don't have. We need one more. We're not going to be using the Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly, which honestly might not even get us to 30k. And it doesn't. What a worthless soul on a worthless boss. We also won't be using the Soul of Priscilla. That gets us some dexterity-focused weapons. And there we go. We can level up our dexterity one time. And now, believe it or not, our Zweihander plus 10 is still pretty strong comparatively. But you get this attack, which is kind of cool. Let's actually reinforce weapon. Can we reinforce this Obsidian Greatsword? How much can we reinforce it? We need dragon scales. I forgot. It's a dragon weapon. Of course it is. We took it from a dragon. Well, specifically from a dragon's ass, but still. Yo, but then there's the dragon greatsword, though. So the question is, we're going to make a dragon weapon. We have this one. The obsidian greatsword. We also have the dragon greatsword. I'm kind of thinking obsidian, just because that cool strong attack. And we can wield it one-handed, and it's significantly faster. Yeah, I like this thing way better. So we're going to eventually build up the obsidian greatsword. But for now, we're going to go back to... Wait, the bastard sword's much faster, though. Do you think this would be better for Calamite, maybe? How much damage would I be losing? A not small amount. Yeah, we're going to stick with this Zweihander. We got to hit this thing hard. This lizard needs to drop. So we're going to use Calamite's souls, the currency that we get from murdering Calamite, to power up Calamite's tail that we will be using as a weapon. So interesting thing about the dragon greatsword, or the obsidian greatsword, and many of the dragon weapons, by the way, is they don't scale. They have really high base values, but they do not scale. So it's not something that once we get a good dragon weapon, oh shit. Don't mind me. Do all of the dragon weapons not scale? Is that a thing? I never really looked at them as just like in general, but it seems like Dragon Great Axe does not scale. Dragon Tooth does, kinda. This would be pretty fun to use. Can't really fast roll with that. That's for damn sure. But yeah, it looks like all the dragon weapons do not scale, which is interesting. I never really looked at them as just like a class of weapons before. Yeah, Obsidian Greatsword does not. So, alright, back to Zweihander. Back to big ol' sword. And we are going to try to fight Calamite again. Like I said, we might be here a minute. Now that we've cut the tail, a little bit of the pressure's off. And we can kind of just take advantages as we get them. Man, dogs, you guys are obnoxious. Thank you. It is nice to be able to kill them in one hit. But man, being this slow, not to my taste. But it is interesting. This is actually a cool way to play the game, honestly. Having never played it this way, this is, I'm glad I'm doing this. I say having never played it. I've obviously used strength weapons, but not particularly extensively. I have kind of a way that I like to play Dark Souls. And this big old slow thing is not it. Hey, give me my souls. Oh, God. Okay. Let's pull you back over here. So we can't punish that. We cannot punish that. That sweeps to the left and right. Let's see what we can punish. I know we can punish the attack that would net us the tail. So we're probably going to cut his tail again if he gives us the opportunity. So we have to roll just completely out of the way when he does that. I think the attack we want to be looking for is that left to, like, that right to left sweep of his fire. This one. So that 2-hit combo was very lucky. We won't be going for that again, but we did land it, which is nice. We're just going to go for 1 heavy in those situations. God damn. Leave me alone. All right, Calamite. I was hoping that maybe I could get a punish on that straight shot since I was really close. I have no idea why I'm alive. No! I wonder if not being locked on is the way to fight this guy. I'm tanking a lot of hits with my shield, but I feel like I could dodge them. I feel like I could dodge as many as I take. Let's see. So maybe if I just, you know, go two-handed and try to roll everything, that might be better. Rolling tends to put me in a bit of an advantageous position, and honestly, this shield stability is not amazingly high anyway. So, probably not in my best interest to use this one. So, we're going to try it without a shield. But if that doesn't work, we're going to try it with a different shield. Because while this Grass Crest shield is very, has great utility on the back, and just as a mediocre shield, it's not the most stout defensively. Alright. So we're hoping for 3 easy dogs. Just run in, jump, get killed. Let's not have to mess with these things. Already, my plans are foiled. Oh, you dumb dog. Just the worst. Okay. So we're gonna try to play unlock, and we're just gonna sprint about and roll as needed. We do have fast roll. We should be utilizing that more. And our souls are back here, thankfully, so. I might top off just to be 100% safe. Oh no! I just got hit by the attack. Damn it. Oh no, this is not going well. Don't attack me. At least not quickly. Use that opportunity to heal instead of go for the attack. That was particularly greedy of me to go for that second attack there. That's a problem. That is a big time problem. We're not doing shit for damage with this weapon right now. That's fine. It doesn't have scaling. I just grabbed it. It's the closest thing. Okay, we're fine. Nope. That's what we want. There we go. Old Faithful. Eek! Okay, we're good, we're good. Do a lunge at me and drop your tail. So I can get free damage on the tail and maybe cut it. If I don't have tail attacks to worry about, that makes some other of your attacks significantly safer. And you know I'm here for that. Oh no, I just got hit by it. Damn it. Okay, we're good. We're good. So if you could somehow, like if you were playing in co-op, you might be able to get a tail cut during that attack. but it's damn near impossible to get around him. Let's go. Give me that tail, you big dumb lizard. I'll take your tail twice. Alright. I was seeing if we had any repair powder. I don't know why I was doing that. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, just the absolute worst attack ever. We're wearing him down. He's pissed that he doesn't have a tail that's slammed down. Nice tail swipe attack, idiot. You don't have a tail. He did not like the no tail comment. I believe that struck a nerve. Why isn't he doing this pattern when I'm actually trying to get the tail cut? He's literally doing that slow dive attack is what I want him to do for the tail cut. Come here, Calamite. Big run! No! That's okay. That's okay. We got really close. And we can repair our weapon now. Thank God. With the souls that we definitely have. I'm gonna be the first on record to say that equipment durability in Souls is dumb. Like it's just a paltry amount of souls to repair my entire inventory. How does my pyromancy flame take damage? This is quite literally just busy work. But now it's done. And now we can use the significantly better weapon. So there's that. I'm feeling good about this Calamite fight. Just because I think unlocked and two-handed is definitely the way to go. And now that we don't have to do any freaking menuing, I think we should be just fine. Nothing says I'm optimistic about a boss fight if you have to switch weapons in the middle. 'Cause your shit breaks. Excuse me, guys. Ow. Off to a good start. A chug. A little bit of Sunny D into this creepy ass mask that we got going on right now. I wonder if there's like a hole in the mask to drink in, or if he just dumps it on his face. I like to pretend that the chosen undead just dumps the Estus on his face. I don't even think he's necessarily drinking it. Dog. Oh my god, you're the worst. Thank you. I feel like this fight would be significantly easier to run back to if I didn't have to fight 3 dogs on the way. Ouch. Get wrecked, dog. There we go. Perfect. Now we're all set to fight Calamite. Big old black dragon. And as soon as we get a bunch of souls, we're going to upgrade his tail and use it. Probably. Hey, give me my stuff. Yeah, I got time. I could take a nap before he gets here. I got time. Oh, goodness, though. Alright, Calamite. So I'm going to punish if he does 2 head swipes in a row, but not for the single head swipe. Because the second one could be following. Hey, neat, a thing. Ow. Thought I dodged that. That one I did. Okay, he didn't do the tail slam. I wish he would have. Because that would have been a good heavy shot. Come back here in the middle. I don't like it when you're backed up against a wall like that. There he is. Yeah. Run! Did I run too far? Almost definitely. Boom. There's a free hit on the tail. Ouch. Second head hit, though, gives us an opportunity to counter. That move in particular, the Flames hitbox, isn't nearly as long as it seems. What? No. My sword went through his tail. That's bullspit. And now I'm out of position to take advantage of that. Punish that move. Give me your stupid tail, you big dumb lizard. I'll take another heavy attack for my trouble, since that should have happened last time you did that. So it does seem that I can punish that if I'm close enough to him. He tried to swing his tail at me and he doesn't have a tail. What a dummy. Second head attack? Nope. Second head swipe? Nope. Just gonna do one, huh? That's fine. I'll just chop you directly in the goddamn neck. I'm feeling pretty comfortable this fight. I know I shouldn't say that, because that's always what happens before you lose. But... nice tail swipe, dipshit. And he doubled up on tail swipes, too. He really wants that to work. Okay, he didn't try it this time. Now he's just angry stomping. Probably because he doesn't have a tail anymore. Ow. Okay, that's fine. Well, you can still get a counter. No! Man, that attack sucks. Where he dives and spins back with the fire. Ugh. Man. I feel like we're so close every time. Can we equip the... Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring and just be silent and not piss off these guys? I wonder how many of them are aggroed by sound and how many by sight. So the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring, it allows your character to produce no sound whatsoever. And because every character, or every enemy in this game is generally either aggroed by sound or by sight, with very few exceptions, you can avoid a lot of encounters, and almost all encounters, with a combination of Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring and a spell called Hidden Body that makes your body transparent. Combination of those two is very good for avoiding detection. Come on, dog. Oh my god. That's just the worst. I should have drank that Estus afterwards. Because if this dog does the same shit... He didn't! Yay! Alright, I'm not going to make predictions about this fight until it's over. That is what I've learned. Although in the past that has done me well to exclaim that I'm feeling good and comfortable. In this instance, that's not the case. So if I see him doing that, I can try to run in. Shit. Can I get two? I can't. Okay, we're going to reset the situation. Give me that. Was it wise to pick that up in the middle of the fight? No. Okay, I can definitely punish that ability. Got him. Oh no, that's the tail swipe. That's okay. That's alright. We're not going to attack there because that would put us at very low stamina. Damn it, tail swipe. You gotta cut off this stupid tail. Here, have that. Please let me kill you. I just want to tell Goff that I killed you. He would be so proud of me. Give me that stupid tail. That's fine. Ow, alright. Okay. Run away from that. We don't like that attack. Don't like that one either. Get up in his grill a little bit. Give us some stuff that we can counter, dang it. No, he picked me up. That's not close. Oh god, that's the worst noise in this whole game. So that over my head is a debuff. I now take more damage. Significantly more. The fact that he hit that grab and I was on the side is dumb. What's this durability on the sword look like? Oh, it's in amazing condition. 195 out of 200. That was literally like the worst possible place to run out of durability. Like, I was wearing that sword down all game, only for it to die during the Calamite fight. I'm a little salty that he hit that grab, honestly. There's a little bit of sodium in here that he got that grab on me. Come here. Boo-doo-doo. Oh no, hit the switch, dummy. Our sword's really cool though. Like, can we take a second to appreciate how badass this sword is? It's like 9 feet long. Like, it's really cool. I'm just going to see if it's even possible to just run through this. Oh, wait. I have a great idea. Dogs don't like fire. Oh my god, they don't. That doesn't stagger them. That dogs normally are staggered by fire. Maybe that's just a Dark Souls 3 thing. Either way, though, this fire is significantly better for dealing with them. Suck it, dog. Perfect. Well, almost perfect. I did take 1 hit. But it's a little bitty one, so we're okay. I feel like this is just being an all Calamite episode. And I'm not that upset about it. We did do a couple things. But this is a primarily... this is a Calamite heavy episode. I will say that. Whoa, buddy. Hey, fly over here, though. I bet you won't fly over here. No, not like that. No, not up there. Like, fly in a straight line at me, real slow. You won't do it, pussy. Ow. So we actually stayed on the ground a little bit longer there to take advantage of our iframes. No, you didn't do the tail slam. Yeah. Whoa. Cool it with the tail swipes. That was not a good punish. It is not a good trade to trade my life for his in any capacity. Can I get 2? I cannot. I get 1 here, though. No! I tried to get in position to bait out the tail slam, but he hit the stupid wall and his feet clipped me. Oh, that's a dumb way to die. He just collided with the wall, and so instead of... You dodge to the left or to one side, then you dodge immediately to the other side, so it puts your character behind him, right underneath his tail, and that baits out the tail attack, and that makes him likely to do that. Highly likely, in fact. Ow! Lilith. Honey, cool it. She was having a bad dream, I guess, and she just kicked my computer in her sleep. That was loud, Lil. Whatever it was you were dreaming about, you got it. It's dead. Okay. This is the one. We're going to play safe. We're not doing anything stupid. We're not going for any extra damage. We're willing to let this fight drag on. Because it has to. It's just the nature of the fight. So what we're also going to do, equip the Ring of Evil Eye. We're going to think this through here. We're going to equip the Blood Shield, which has 100% physical block. And we're going to just fight these dogs smart. And we're going to get a little health from each one. Take your time, dog. Really would appreciate it if you would just die. Thank you. Grass Crest. Ring of Steel Protection. Okay, okay. Not messing around this time. Well, this guy would be dead 4 times over if I had a faster weapon. I hate it. Let's just go ahead and grab this item. I don't think he's going to stop us. Like, what's this big dumb lizard going to do? Other than take a big chop to the throat. Ow. We're getting that tail, dickhead. You just wait. Oh, god damn it. Alright, where's an opening that I can heal in? Three punishable attacks in a row? And then this big reset the situation button when I'm like safely out of range? What is happening? We're going to do a light attack since we don't have time for a heavy. Two. Okay. Okay. I'm alright with where this fight's going. Alright. Drink in his face. God, I wish I could chop his damn head off during that attack. Your big dumb tail is mine, you big dumb idiot. Okay, we got plenty of arena over there. Checking to make sure there wasn't a cliff or something. Okay. No, God, you suck. Excuse me, video game? Excuse me, video game. Alright. Come on, give me an attack that I can punish, please. I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with that. I would have been more okay had it not landed, but I'm okay even though it did. Okay. No, run away. Heal. Yes, yes. No, 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 no. Let me go. Get wrecked, you stupid lizard. Callum, meet these nuts. Feels good every time you do it. 60,000 souls. Goddamn. Goddamn. That's nice. Let's go tell Goff. He's going to be so excited. Hi, puppy. She doesn't even know that I just beat Calamy. She doesn't even know. She's just a dog. But I'm sure that if she did know, she'd be stoked. I don't think there's a way to lose your souls right here, but if somehow I lost my souls right here, oh, buddy, I'd be a salty fisherman. We're actually going to sit down and level up before we talk to Goff. Two levels. Our endurance is at 40 now. Think of all of our armor options. Can we put on an actual matching set now? Perhaps? What? We can't. What about just paint and guardian gloves? Like, that doesn't change anything. There we go. Perfect. Since I guess we have to use a sword that weighs 400 pounds. Because that's what the people wanted. Hey, Goff, we did it. We killed the dragon. Hey, let me tell you all about it. He swooped around. He was an asshole. He killed me like 20 times.
First defeated Callan wondrously played.
Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee.
Dragons, we knights fought valiantly. Exhilaration. Thou will understand thy twilight.
So that's... I wonder if there's anything else we can buy from this guy.
Farewell, may every honor
May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
thou comest to get is always a... I shan't need it. I know not if a human could even... Thy need outweighs mine.
Hey, we got Goff's great bow. Let's go. Let's see if we can use this monstrosity. We have so many goddamn weapons. It's great. So, this skill's better with strength. Requires more strength, but it requires the same amount of dex. Has more shot range. And just honestly seems better in every meaningful capacity. So, you know what we're going to do, Goff. We're going to use your great bow. As soon as we level up our dexterity 4 times. Perfect. I can't wait. Alright, so Calamite is dispatched. That is the optional boss of this DLC. All we really have left is the main actual content of it, which is to descend into the abyss and to see what the hell's going on with the legend of this Artorias guy. We have a shortcut as well, so we can take that. Are we able to pull out this thing? Oh wait, it's down here. Where are you, Skull Lantern? There you are. Oh, god damn it. Fine, we're back to this old set. At least it looks cool. Yeah, so needless to say, these the members of Oolacile are not doing so hot. Ow. Ow. And a third time, ow. Mm. Alright. That's better, even though we're already down 2 Estus flasks. At least we do have a shortcut. So that's a good thing. All right. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. That was obnoxious. That was obnoxious. We're just going to try to run past these guys. See if we can get to the lift quickly. I think we can, no problem. And it drops fast enough that it shouldn't be much of a concern. Alright. We do not have a ranged implement to deal with these guys, but I want to just try to aggro them one at a time. Here's some noise. King, ow. Jesus. God, I hate slow weapons. I don't know why these guys are giving me so much trouble right now. I guess we'll just switch to this. Just kind of play it like we'll trade attacks, you know? Deal damage. Get a little bit of health back. God, and they do a not insignificant amount of damage, too. Cool. Alright, they're gone. So we have here a unique enemy, actually. This is the only spot in the game where this guy shows up. Ow, God, I hate how when you're locked on you can't dodge. Or you can't dodge diagonal when you're locked on. Come here, come attack me. Bye-bye. We're gonna switch back to our Ring of Steel protection. We're way too squishy. I think we also need to pump our health. We have been at very low health for a not small percentage of this game. The fact that we're this far and our vitality is only 15 is noteworthy. We should probably have closer to 30 or 40 vitality by now. So we are in the abyss. This is where the darkness is coming from. This is the source of it. Shit. This is a trap, I know it is, but I'm still gonna fall for it. See all those heads? Every one of them wants to murder me. But we're gonna murder him first. So this little stalagmite is kind of my savior in this encounter. Just because it's got two of those stalagmites in a row, it serves as more than adequate protection against that sorcerer. Oh god, I just missed, huh? Hey, attack me. Everything can dodge these super slow attacks. Alright. So these are humanities. They're living essences of the dark. Very similar to the humanity that we hold in our inventory. And I can see a creature down there to my left. In a little area down there. So before we head down to the right and see what's up with all those humanities, we're actually going to go down this way. And that is Alvina of the Forest Covenant. This very same Alvina that told us to stop pursuing the legend of Artorias, for it is all but a lie. In our time, she told us that the legend of Artorias is a lie. So these enemies are really hard to deal with, because even if you hit them, sometimes you can get punished and damaged for them. You kind of have to just dead angle them and just, I don't know, hope for the best. So we're going to keep following Alvina, who stopped at this wall. Lil, honey, chill out. So we're just going to try to work our way, and I see these little humanities are attacking and looks like a dog. Maybe they're not attacking, but they're just surrounding it. So they can't get in. It is noteworthy that they cannot pass through this barrier. And that is a dog that we will come to know very shortly. Cleansing Great Shield. This is important. This is important lore. This is Artorias' Great Shield. Steel Great Shield used by Knight Artorias, who succumbed to the Abyss. Artorias, deeply scarred, used this to form a barrier to protect his compatriot Sif. Although this drained the shield, its magic defense remains high. This shield is spectacular. 80 magic, 80 fire, 70 lightning, 77 stability. Only has 80 physical, but that's a small price to pay for those absurd defenses. So Sif came down here with Artorias, and Artorias found himself corrupted by the Abyss. And so he sacrificed his shield to form a protective barrier, destroying the magic in the shield in the process to keep Sif safe. And we just rescued Sif. And that would be why Artorias' left arm, his shield hand, was disabled in our fight with him. And the act of sacrificing his shield to protect his friend, he didn't do so hot himself. Here's another shortcut as well. This shortcut travels a significant distance. This one actually brings us right back here. We can call upon this shortcut as well. To bring us up here. So we can actually travel from the very beginning to near the end of the area very, very quickly and very, very easily. So, just kind of wanted to show off where we were. We are going to head back. Again, Dark Souls showing off the importance of verticality in a level. And showing off just how far we've come. I mean, there's a significant drop between where we were and where we are. So these little prism stones guide our way. Perhaps they were left by Artorias himself. It's never really explained. But these are little markers that you can leave. So it is noteworthy that they are here. And they actually lead us up to this wizard who is up here. This is our path forward. And that wizard would have provided us a lot of problems had we not dispatched of him, using those prism stones as guides. So, I wonder if it was Artorias that left it, or just a chance, luck of the draw, that they just happen to exist there and guide us. But I tend to be of the belief that that was the path Artorias took. Oh, goodness. There's a white Titanite slab. That is for upgrading specific weaponry to the max level. This is Manus, the father of the Abyss. There's a specific encounter that I want to do here that I need to leave and come back to activate. And I don't really want to fight Manus with 3 Estus anyway. So here's what we're going to do. Soul of a Hero. We're going to return back to the bonfire we last rested at. So now we know the path down to Manus. And we know how to get there quickly. Warp. Let's go to Oolacile Sanctuary. I was giving Lilith the good luck pet. Rest here. We are going to reverse our hollowing. to the township. The township puts us right past where we fought Artorias. Please don't get invaded. Please don't get invaded. Please don't get invaded. Yes. That would be a real pain. Alright, we are going to go back down to the chasm of the abyss. And we're going to fight Manus. I spoiled a little bit of his name, but it is Manus. So what's interesting, though, is we are waiting for the person who succeeds Artorias, because aren't they supposed to battle the Abyss? Like, isn't the legend of Artorias that somebody conquered the Abyss? I mean, who is that guy? Who's that character? The story is that Artorias, alongside Sif, fought and conquered the Abyss. However, we are finding that not to be the case. We've already dispatched of Artorias. Oh, damn. And we've rescued Sif, who was down here and injured. Or rather, not injured, but alone. I wonder... You might be picking up on my heavy-handed playing ignorant here. But I wonder who the Legend of Artorias is actually about. You can actually see Manus's eyes down there. There is a location that you can shoot him from. You can cheese this fight. Normally you can't aim bows that low. But there is a spot where you can see the eyes and shoot him still. And he got us. That is Manus's arm. The same arm that dragged us here. No, go lay down. I gotta fight the Father of the Abyss. So we're looking for a specific encounter, and it's very important that we're human. Best boy. Oh my god, I'm so rusty on this fight. Great Grey Wolf Sif summoned, ladies and gentlemen. So now here it is. The successor to Artorias and Sif battling for the Abyss. Oh shit. Oh, I forgot about that combo. Sif, get in there. Distract him. I need to heal. Ow, not like that. Jesus, Manus. All right. We're getting this guy a little bit. We're getting his attacks down. We do not have much in the way of Estus. But I was going to say we have a companion in Sif. But Sif isn't doing so well at holding this guy's aggro. That's okay, though. Ow. Did that make a bowling ball sound? It sounded like it did. Okay, so we just roll out of the way of that magic. Sif, I need you to do, like, a lot more damage than you're doing, big guy. Ow, ow, ow. Where are you? Damn it, I was going to use a humanity. Okay. So that's Manus, the Father of the Abyss. And we fight alongside Sif. Because best doggo. So we are going to put humanities there. Hollowing. It might be a bit of a waste to kindle this bonfire, but we're going to kindle it a couple times. Could we have just warped to Firelink, rested, warped back here? Yeah, we could have. Saved ourselves some humanity. That's 100% a thing we could have done. But we didn't do it. We didn't do it. So I don't know Manus's attack patterns particularly well. I need to learn them. I wonder if we could get away with using, like, what's a better shield than the blood shield, stability-wise? The spider shield. The spider shield has never failed us. This thing is a monster. 56 stability is stupid. Like, nothing even comes close. The gargoyle shield. Other than that, that's the best regular shield. By a wide margin. We could use this. We would definitely not be fast rolling anymore, which is a problem. But it has 77 stability. We're going to start with this, though. We do like fast rolling, so... You know, if we can manage that, we'd like to. Oh, we can just get out there and hang a right. Okay. Come here, ma'am. Smush. So yeah, not a particularly difficult run back, actually. It's lengthy. But the Manus run back's not bad. It's really not. There are a lot more... there are a lot worse run backs that do a lot to drain your resources than this one. Okay, so he has a jumping attack. Got it. A sweep. A big sweep. Oh, he's pissed. A slam, huh? And we can actually block most of his stuff. We can, unless he's got a faster attack that he sometimes pulls out. We don't have a small window to counter that. We might be able to counter that with a heavy. And that seems like a significant window as well. That uppercut, not so much. Heal up, okay. Come on, Manus. Okay, so that attack's normally a problem. If you're too close, that thing can just destroy you. Sif's looking a little bit low. He's at about 50%. Ow. Okay. Still doing just fine. Kind of want Sif to stay back, because Manus isn't giving me too much problems now. But I don't want Sif to die. Oh, he's limping. Ow, holy cow. Okay, so we are at about time. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to call it here. But next time we are going to start with the defeat of Manus. Or we're going to start with the attempt of the defeat of Manus. And then we're going to continue on to find out exactly the resolution of the legend of Knight Artorias. All right. Thank you guys so very much for watching. My name is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax, and have a great evening.